And we've made it back to the Citadel. That was the first time I think that we got to see, like, people animated in that kind of rendering process. I don't know, they looked a little different that way. Can't quite put my finger on what it was, though, but they looked a little different. So, Garrus and Thane it is, because I don't know which way we're going to be going with this. But I'm pretty sure there's not going to be too much fighting going on our first trip over to the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
Wait, what? That said Kasumi.
Got problems with collectors? Try Kasumi's credit services.
Hold on.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Cut the crap.
You know who I am, Kasumi. I'm not here to play games.
I heard you were hardcore, Shep, but I figured you'd be up for some intrigue. Kasumi Goto, at your service. But you apparently already knew that.
Have you been briefed?
Has Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
Why the secrecy?
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit. And I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
I thought I was supposed to go somewhere else to meet Kasumi. Like it was on the complete opposite side of the galaxy. Alright, you and Cerberus, tell me about this.
What brought you to Cerberus?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus. I had a thing I needed help with, so I made them a deal. And here we are.
What deal?
I assume this deal is something I should know about.
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
Uh-oh. Something's going on up there. Tell me about Donovan Hawk.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
You expecting trouble?
I doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
Alright, tell me about this heist.
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
Oh. Gonna dress me up all fancy, are you? Why are the women always the ones that try to get me into different clothing, or out of my clothing? Although Jacob tried. Tell me about Gray Box.
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware.
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Alright, tell me about this partner of yours.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
We're just not going to acknowledge that she's up there? What did it say?
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
I see why you want it.
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
We'll take care of it.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun.
We won't be lucky.
We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Well, looks like I got myself a new partner. Or not. What the hell happened around here? So we get a Codex entry. We get information on the Master Thief Kasumi's secrets. I believe that Kasumi Goto was part of DLC. But it's been a while since I checked, so I'm not entirely sure. We have gray boxes. A mnemonic neural recall stimulator, also known as a gray box, is a device implanted in the brain to assist in prioritized memory. Originally developed to slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease, gray boxes function by helping the amygdalae chunk incoming stimuli into recognizable pieces for memory consolidation. Each memory is assigned a shape or sensation from other memories, tying the concepts together into a block that is more easily recalled. When Synthetic Insights first released them into the market in 2140, gray boxes were hailed as a way humans could level the playing field between themselves and the Solarians, whose natural eidetic memories gave them an advantage. However, because the implant procedure of a gray box requires the brain to irreversibly shift its workload over to the machine, software bugs or attempted removal of the gray box for maintenance purposes could lead to incapacitating brain damage. For this reason, gray boxes soon became used only by those with a dire need for photographic memory, such as researchers and spies. In 2175, sale and implantation of gray boxes were outlawed by the Systems Alliance following an incident with Abraham Rumoy, an employee of the Alliance Intelligence Agency. Rumoy was believed to be a professional conman and thief named Keiji Okuda, who accessed and sold classified data. However, prosecuting attorneys were unable to use his assisted memories as evidence due to the Alliance court system's prohibitions against self-incrimination, based on the Fifth Amendment of the old U.S. Constitution. Rumoy soon disappeared off the map following his trial, further heightening suspicions that he was Okuda and living off of ill-gotten gains. When found outside a human head, gray boxes are usually accessed with a specialized reader. A separate decryption key is almost always required, as users with data sensitive enough to require a gray box invariably install their own encryption. For those of you unfamiliar with the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, there's a lot of things in it, but what they're specifically talking about is that you have the right to not incriminate yourself. So somebody asks you a question and answering it will incriminate you. You have the right to say, I plead the Fifth, and then that's it, and they're not allowed to hold that against you. Then we have planet Beckenstein. More glittering than diamonds, more expensive than surgery is how travel agents describe this planet behind closed doors. Given the opportunity to colonize planets after the First Contact War, the Systems Alliance chose Beckenstein to be their trading arm, producing goods to be sold in the nearby Citadel. Cracking the vast galactic marketplace proved difficult. The first human products sold on novelty alone, then lack of demand hit Beckenstein's economy hard. Only in the second generation of colonists did the planet find a sustainable niche in high-quality entertainment and luxury goods. Once brand awareness sunk in, aliens flocked to Beckenstein's many spaceports. The planet today boasts more millionaires and billionaires per capita than any other human colony. Though its crime tends to be white-collar and non-violent, Beckenstein is not without its dark side. Both its suicide rate and inflation are extremely high compared to other worlds. Unemployment is artificially low because few people immigrate to the expensive planet without having a job lined up, and the cost of living is so great that unemployed workers typically leave for kinder planets after just a few months. Those who stay see themselves as tougher, sharper, and more skillful than the rest, as well as capable of getting respect and employment on any lesser planet. As a popular song says, if you can make it on Beck, you got him by the neck. As opposed to, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. I see what you did there. You can't hide that from me. But that looks like that is it. We got a new mission. Master Thief Kasumi Goto has a problem. A ruthless arms dealer named Donovan Hawk killed her partner Keiji Okuda and stole Okuda's gray box, a neural implant that stores memories and information. Kasumi has planned a daring heist to recover Okuda's gray box and has asked for help in pulling it off. Once this is done, Kasumi can dedicate all her attention to completing Shepard's mission. So, travel to Beckenstein in the Serpent Nebula, which we have already cleared out, I think. It's Boltzmann system. and attend the party of notorious arms dealer Donovan Hawk. I keep on wanting to say Hack, but that is not his name. Also, now that we've made it, we have to find Fade, who's in the Zakara ward in the Neon Market. More? All right, Project Firewalker. Firewalker, even. We have more assignments for that. Data taken from Ziona reveals that Dr. Case established a research station deep inside an active volcano on the planet Kurumto. Dr. Case believed that the volcano hides an extensive Prothean ruin. Whether his hunch was true or not, the station should contain data that will lead to Dr. Case's whereabouts. Caution is advised. Travel to Kurumto in the Caliston Rift, the Yakawa system. Then we have Project Firewalker. Survey sites located. Data shows that Dr. Case had stopped on planet Korang to run tests on artifacts found in the planet's surface. Recovering the data he collected could lead Cerberus to discover Dr. Case's last known location. Travel to Korang, which is in the Hawking Ada in the Ver system. We're gonna go there very late. We're probably gonna go there last because I wanted to stay out of Hawking Ada. Then we have the Geth incursion. Data reveals that Dr. Case was interested in the anomalous weather patterns on the planet Latesh. He had scattered probes on the planet's surface in the hope that the unnatural atmospheric conditions might be related to Prothean technology. If Cerberus could recover the data from those probes, it could shed some light on Dr. Case's research. Head to Latesh, which is in the Phoenix Massing in the Komos system. I don't think we've been there. So we have a lot of stuff to do. Every time I think I've completed one thing, they give me like 4 things to take care of. All right, so we can talk to Garrus somewhere around here. Talk to Garrus right here.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
Oh. Well, when you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
Sometimes.
I thought it might be nice to come back here and see how it's changed, but it's just like it was. Same dirty streets, same unrepentant scavengers, same revolving door prisons. Being security here is a terrible job. This is exactly why I left.
Fair enough. Galactic news.
Fears of an uncontrolled plague in the streets of Omega have been laid to rest, as the disease is now under control.
Okay, I guess that's the end of that. That was a long time ago we dealt with that.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight! Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Don't fuck with Newton.
An object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot.
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip. Sir, yes, sir.
It'll probably just land in a star if it helps any.
This recruits is a 20-kilo
we've heard all of that. All right, let's talk to you.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Security seems heavy.
It's been a couple years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
You'd think a Geth would stand out.
Assumptions are dangerous. Be alert, be safe.
Fair enough. I guess we're done here.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
Let's head in. Oh, we can talk to Thane already. Maybe.
Looks like they've tightened up security.
Shut it down. What?
Do you seriously think?
Yeah, okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Technically I was. I'm not surprised. This is annoying. It's understandable. Technically I was.
I was listed as missing in action a couple years ago.
Would you mind checking in with my captain? He can reinstate you in our system. He's just past the scanners on your right.
Alright, now we gotta talk to Bailey, but we can talk to Thane
You
first.
think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy?
You'd think.
I know C-Sec too well to believe that's true.
I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
Yeah, C-Sec's not necessarily the best. Alright, so how do I talk to Bailey? Do I just keep going through the door here? We did get a new journal entry. I've never been big on the Citadel, though. Citadel Captain Bailey. Captain Bailey runs the local C-Sec office in Secure Ward. He may have useful information. Talk to him. But they need me to do that just to be allowed back on anyway.
You'll have to make him scream a little. He's not gonna tell you everything just because you ask.
I know, sir.
If you don't have the stomach or you're worried about being reported, I can take care of it.
No, sir. I can handle it.
This is probably not something that you want to say that loudly. There's a door here, but access is denied. It's the interrogation room. Why do I have a feeling that one of us is going to be in there eventually?
Yes, I see the problem already, Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
It's identifying me?
You're not worried I'm some imposter claiming to be me?
We have the best screening equipment in the galaxy. Those scanners can sample DNA from skin flakes. Hell, if you have unregistered gene mods, they can even figure those out.
Leave it alone, then. Let everybody still think I'm dead.
You don't change it. Anonymity's useful on my current mission.
Sure, you're a goddamn hero. It's not like we have to worry about you smuggling guns in or something. I just put a block in the system. Officially, you still don't exist. And you won't get hassled by the security checkpoints. You should head up to the Presidium, though. The Council would probably like to know that one of their lost specters is still kicking.
How do I get there from here?
What's the easiest way to get to the Presidium from down here?
Head back through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Alright, so I have 2 options. That's my plan, or screw the Council. Screw the Council, but I'm still gonna talk to him.
They didn't make much effort to confirm my death. I'll make about as much effort to tell them I'm alive.
Fair enough. But if you have any friends in the Presidium Tower, they might want to know you're all right. I heard you and Counselor Anderson used to be pretty tight.
What is that supposed to
Anyway,
mean?
something else you need? Or can I get back to work?
Alright, hold on. I have some questions. I have a lot of questions. Tell me about the attack by the Sovereign.
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
The Presidium was pretty shot up, of course. They fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the Keepers got things restored fast. Tasery Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
Okay. Why wasn't it gonna let me talk about Thane's son anymore? That was weird. You guys are abusing suspects these days?
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't the Presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the Council's rulebook.
C-Sec has changed.
So we do have Thane's son option back. That's good. How do I get to the Council?
I need to talk to the Council. How can I get to the Presidium from here?
Head through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Yeah, just everything by shuttle these days. I assume they didn't want too much focus on the Citadel this time, so they didn't build it as much. Tell me about this ward.
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less multicultural, but the other 4 are dominated by Asari, Turians, or Solarians. In Zakira, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
Alright, there are humans in C-Sec now?
Last time I was here, there were no human captains in C-Sec.
The CSEC took a lot of casualties when the Geth boarded the Presidium. The Special Response Division was hard hit. They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we had the most experienced bodies.
All right, let's start with Thane's son, because that comes and goes.
My associate's trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
Tell me about Mouse's crimes.
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty extreme, Commander.
Laugh it up, Garrus.
Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
So, like, this VI that they were using of me, was it for administrative purposes, or something a little bit more personal purposes? Was somebody having sex with a VI of me? That's what I'm trying to ask here. Why is that not a question right now? Tell me about duct rats.
What was it you called Mouse?
Duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
Is that safe?
Aren't the ducts dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the keepers run. And Mouse survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
All right, that was gross.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepherd VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
Why are you helping me?
You don't know us, Captain. Why are you going so far to help us?
I've worked Zakera for 2 years. Every day kids turn to crime because they've got no other choice, because their parents don't care. You're trying to save yours.
He faces a dark path.
Let's get started on that.
We better hurry then.
I did want to talk to him about
You
Garrus.
didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know that. Of course not, or he'd interfere. He'd interfere.
He's a cop. He'd try to stop Kolyat, and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.